The mastermind in the gray-brown suit. Let's get one thing straight. I don't just live here. I preside here. My name is Figaro, and I am a gray-brown tabby of exceptional charm and even greater ambition. You might see me lounging in my velvet throne today, paws crossed with the grace of an emperor, but my journey to this forever home was a carefully executed operation. It all began with a single, perfectly timed photograph. Back in September 2020, I was just a small kitten at a rescue center, waiting for my big break. I knew I needed to find a family that could appreciate my wit and my whiskers. I spent my days practicing my pick-me eyes, wide, soulful, and impossible to ignore. I just needed the right person to scroll past my profile and realize their life was incomplete without a miniature tiger. Enter Gulson. She was browsing the rescue site when my face popped up on her screen. It was love at first sight, for her at least. I knew she was a woman of excellent taste the moment she lingered on my photo. She didn't just smile. She immediately began plotting. She knew there was one person she had to convince, and it wasn't going to be easy. The obstacle was Levent. Now, Levent had a very firm rule. No cats. He said it when he woke up, he said it at dinner, and he probably said it in his sleep. He thought he was the boss of the no-cat policy. But Gulson knew better. She waited until he was busy at work, deep in his spreadsheets and professional thoughts, before she launched the Figaro initiative. Ping! Levent's phone lit up with the photo Gulson had sent. He tried to stay strong. He tried to remember his no-cat manifesto, but as he looked at my tiny ears and my determined little chin, his heart turned into a puddle of mush. Right there in his office, the man who always said no finally whispered a very soft, very certain yes. Gulson didn't waste a second. She applied for me right away. But a mastermind must be patient. I had to stay at the rescue for a few more weeks to get all my shots. I didn't mind. I used the time to pack my invisible suitcases and practice my purr. I had to be in tip-top shape for my grand debut in October. Finally, the big day arrived. In October 2020, Gulson came to collect me. I hopped into my carrier like a VIP entering a limousine. When we reached the front door of my new kingdom, Gulson carried me inside with such pride. I took one look at the hallway and thought, yes, this will do nicely. I think I'll put my toy mouse right over there. Then I met the most important person of all, Fatima. I knew we were going to be best friends the second I saw her. She uses a wheelchair, and I quickly realized it was the perfect height for a cat to say hello. Fatima doesn't need words to tell me she loves me. I can see it in her eyes, and the way she reaches out to me. We have our own secret language of head bumps. I spent the last few years making sure everyone knows who really runs the show. I have a very busy schedule of napping in sunbeams and reclaiming my gray throne. But my favorite spot of all is with my best friend. Levent, the man who said no, is now my favorite subject, but Fatima is my queen. I think the family has finally accepted their roles as my loyal assistants. From a rescue site photo to the king of the castle, it's been quite a journey. Fatima and I spend our afternoons watching the world go by, two soulmates who found each other thanks to a very lucky yes. I may be a cat of few words, but my purr says it all. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, right here with my favorite humans,